Hello and welcome to another vlog. Look who's back. It's Brooklyn, my love. It's the last day of June and I just wanted to start another vlog. Kind of found the need to speak to someone. This is kind of like my outlet and it definitely helps me. June has kind of been a weird month for me. Like I've been really emotional and in my feelings, and it's just this feeling of not knowing what's next or not having something to look forward to, and also the reality of getting older. My birthday is coming up in about a month or so, and the reality of getting older is kind of like catching up to me, and just my physical self, like my conscious self, knows that age is just a number and I am exactly where I need to be in my life right now, and everything's gonna happen in due time. But there's this inner self that is still working through those things and like coming to terms with how I thought my life would be at this age and how it actually is right now, and wanting to know what's next in my life, wanting to know what's the next big milestone, going through all of those feelings. And I don't think there's necessarily like an end to those feelings. It just like comes and goes. In the last 2 weeks though, I have also been like dealing with a lot of skin struggles. I never had acne I never had crazy amount of acne where I needed to be concerned about it. I do have some hormonal acne, like I break out on my forehead and on my chin sometimes around my cycle, my period, but nothing like too intense, right? In the last 2 weeks though, I have been having a massive breakout on my cheek, and I don't know how much you guys can see because I obviously have like a little retouch effect. This camera that I have comes with the retouch effect that I can turn on, but I'm sure you can see like all of these marks here and here. So like I never had this kind of acne, especially on my cheek. 2 weeks ago I started like waking up every day with like tiny little like bumps on my face. I didn't think too much of it, but then it started getting more and more like worse and worse by the day, until like about 5 weeks ago I had this full-blown breakout. Like my entire cheek was filled. Like I woke up and I was terrified, to the point where I started realizing like how much it was affecting my self-confidence. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to socialize. I have a pretty like full weekend coming up. It's a long weekend with 4th of July on Tuesday. I had like all these little plans to meet friends, and I have a plan to go on a date, all of that stuff. But then I was like, I cannot see anyone and I don't want to see anyone. I can't even look at myself right now. And so I had this urge to like cancel all of my plans. I sat down one day for like 4 hours and literally inventoried all of the things that I've ever put on my face, my skincare, my makeup, for like pore clogging ingredients, because I'm like, maybe it's the stuff I'm using that's causing this suddenly. And then I found out that not a lot of things that I was using are that bad at all. A lot of the things don't have any pore cloggers, which is a good thing. And so I'm like, what the hell is causing this? Like I haven't changed my life dramatically in any way. My diet has not been great, I will admit, this month, but it's not been horrific to be impacting me in this kind of way. And then as I went down a TikTok rabbit hole to kind of try to understand like what kind of breakouts I was getting. Found out from TikTok that it could be something called fungal acne, which is essentially like a yeast infection on your face. Used a TikTok remedy, which obviously is dermatologically recommended and backed, all of that, to put anti-dandruff shampoo on my face. I know it sounds crazy, I was terrified too. Every day for like 5 to 10 minutes. You can do it every alternate days, whatever. I've been doing that for the last 5 days and my skin is starting to calm down, and I'm really hoping it is that, and that's the reason my breakouts are going down, because I was so close to canceling all of my plans this weekend. And I know it sounds crazy and dramatic to say, but it does affect you. Those kinds of things affect you. I mean, if you've had acne in your life, you probably relate to this. I also realized for the first time how much of my self-confidence is tied into my appearance, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think it should be that dependent on what I look like, because I'm not gonna look good forever and I'm gonna get old one day and all of that. So just one of those months where I'm like deep in my thoughts and my feelings, just hoping this whole acne thing can get better. I have scarring now from all the acne breakouts, but it's going down, so we'll keep continuing doing what I'm doing and hope for the best. That said though, I did put together like a master spreadsheet. I'm such a type A person of all the ingredients in the stuff I'm using, whether it's good or bad, my new skincare routine, all that in a spreadsheet. I will put a screenshot of it here. But I mean, let me know if you guys want me to share it with you. I don't mind. Like, it's based on all of my personal research. It's not like advice or like in any way supposed to be like telling you what to do. It's just what I'm doing. I also made 2 new rules kind of for myself. And it's 6 months through the year. One, I don't know where the time went, but for the next 6 months, I kind of want to work on like an internal and external transformation for myself. And this is what I'm going to be doing. Take a screenshot if you want and follow along. I also put together a daily kind of time blocked daily schedule for myself. Put that here. Also feel free to follow along, but I'm gonna try to start both of those things starting July 1st. I want to start all of these like micro habits that are gonna help me. Part of that is also really internally cleansing my body. You know, topical medication and skincare and all that is great, but it's all external. Obviously, whatever's happening in your body is a sign of something wrong internally. The best way to clear that up is from within. So I've incorporated some new habits, and I'm going to start incorporating more, like drinking spearmint tea every day, because that's supposed to neutralizing to the androgen hormones in your body, basically testosterone and things like that tend to cause hormonal acne in a woman. Eating dates every morning for iron and all those things. Obviously, you know, I no longer drink coffee first thing in the morning. I've been drinking a green juice, but I'm going to replace that with a ginger lemon shot. Also incorporate like protein and greens in every single meal, because I haven't been great with like tracking my protein intake. So just like a lot of changes happening in my life in the next few weeks, few months that I want to do to support myself, to support my body, and to just be the best version of myself inside and out. I have a couple of plans this weekend. I don't know if you guys know or if I've mentioned it before, but I've been like really involved with Closer recently. Closer is like a membership community for friendship in New York City. People that are looking for friendship and connection in the city are invited to join at a membership fee. I attended one of the Closer intro dinners, which I shared on my Instagram a couple of months ago. And then since then, I've been getting like more and more involved, and I've actually been facilitating some dinners where I am the host, and people like myself will come in, like groups of anywhere between 15 to 20 people, have dinner, mingle with a bunch of strangers, and beautiful friendships are formed out of it. I've actually made 2 new friends in the last 2 months from Closer. They also have member nights every month, where basically everyone that's already a member is invited to buy a ticket and show up and just like mingle with people they may or may not have met. So that's happening tonight, which I'm excited about. But before that, I want to get the juice prep done so I can start off tomorrow, July 1st, pretty strong. The one advice that I would say to anyone that's trying to build new habits, make new plans, stick to a routine, is plan in advance. You don't want to wake up, think, what am I going to do this way? Always make sure you're making a list the day before of the 3 big things you want to tackle, for example. And if you want to eat healthy, make sure you're meal prepping. I'm saying this to myself also because I have not been good at this. It's easier to wake up in the morning and already have my juice prep done, so I can just like blend it and then get it over with, versus having to like chop all my vegetables in the morning and do all that. It's easy to get lazy when you haven't prepped before. So if you want to follow along, do this together, feel free to do that. Prepping the ginger juice tea for the mornings. 3 ingredients. It's lemon juice, ginger juice, and chia seeds and water. So you can either like make your own ginger juice, which For the first time, I don't want to do, maybe I'll do it next time. Fresh, organic, pre-made ginger juice will make my life a lot easier for now. And then I'm squeezing out some lemon juice. Being a little messy right now, but all I did was pour 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of ginger juice in here. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. And then I'll let it sit outside for a second so the chia seeds can expand. And then we put this in the freezer, and then tomorrow morning it's gonna be good to use. Got ready for my closer member night. This is my outfit. I'm wearing a little black dress, very simple. I'm gonna put my green kitten heels on with this. Those are one of my favorite pairs of shoes. Let me show you. I'm gonna put these shoes on. These are from Mark Fisher. I think I got them from Nordstrom Rack or Nordstrom, I don't remember. But these are, I think, my top 3 for when I want to go out, because it's not too much of a heel, it's pretty comfortable, and I can stand in this for like almost 3 to 4 hours without getting any kind of discomfort on my feet, and my feet are pretty sensitive. I don't do heels. Makeup is pretty simple. Just tried to cover up my acne scarring as much as I could because I don't want to be bothered by that tonight and feel self-conscious. And I'm just wearing my usual Rare Beauty blush and lipstick, and we're ready to go. Morning. Here are the ice cubes that we made last night. Happy 1st of July, or whenever you're watching this. Oh, so remember night, it was really fun. It always is. I always end up meeting so many new people. Ended up like meeting a lot of familiar faces last night. We went and hung out after the event.
From far away she looks so good. Grew up in the same neighborhood, and that's how to rub salt in a wound. Spend a few hours on the reservoir. Never broke a bone, so I'm gonna try hard to prove you wrong, that I'm not who I used to be. I'm not living at 17. Let's go.
Back home, literally so exhausted. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I get like this when it gets like too hot outside. I had not had lunch until almost 2:30. Not feeling good, but I did want to show you guys my hair. So this is how it turned out. Obviously the New York City humidity has already done its job, and the hair is already frizzing up in like under 2 hours. This is why I hate New York summers. I'm not built for them. This is how it turned out. Let me get in the light so you guys can see. A combination of baby lights and a blonde balayage, and then we toned it with this pinkish violet color, which will fade over time, and then I'll be left with kind of blonde highlights, and I love it. I love the interested ads. I was kind of getting bored of my black hair. Also, in terms of length, didn't cut much, just cut like 2 inches down. The edges were getting kind of crusty and were not healthy, so we cut them off, but other than that, kind of kept the length, because she's like, I don't want to cut your length, you have beautiful color, I want to give you a lot of layers. So that's what we ended up doing. Of course, I spilled some gelato on my top. If you like gelato, that's like one of my favorite places I've ever gone to. Try the cone with pistachio, chocolate hazelnut, and tiramisu. And the pistachio was out of this world, beautiful, amazing, gorgeous, yummy, everything, right? So go try it out if you are in New York. Amorino gelato is what it's called. One of my habits is eating 2 dates every morning, and we're on week 1 of doing that, and it's going pretty good. It's Monday. It's like this weird day between a long weekend. 4th of July is tomorrow and we usually have 4th of July off. My company didn't give us Monday off, so it's like coming from summer Friday, then Saturday, Sunday, and then we just have Monday working, and then tomorrow is 4th of July. It's like a weird little mix, but I'm kind of in my feelings a little bit today. Nothing serious, it's just yesterday I went on a date. Haven't been on an official date since, I want to say March, so it's been almost 3 months, and I am on the dating apps, so it gets a little bit weird and I just hate them so much. It's just become such a norm that people don't like want to meet each other in real life as much anymore, just because we have these like screens now where we can easily just sit on our couch and filter people. But I feel like it's such a narrow way of meeting someone, and obviously there's like paralysis of choice and all of that. But my date, I don't know, I didn't think there was any chemistry, which is fine. Like you don't click with everyone you meet, but I was expecting a little bit more because I hadn't been on a date in so long. I was a little bit kind of like excited about it. It lasted barely like 55 minutes. I think it was my shortest first date ever, because I think like both of us kind of knew that there wasn't chemistry, so it's like that polite way of like, oh, I have to get back to work or whatever. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna want to do this. I do obviously want to be with someone and find love. I'm such a romantic, you guys. Like, I love love, and so I want love in my life. It just gets a little bit exhausting at some point, but anyway, not to get too negative. It's summer season. I'm planning to go out on more dates, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
Maybe the maybe five.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
That's my...
Hello, it's Sunday. Last night was a very New York night out. I got home at like 2 a.m. and every once in a while I'll have like nights like these where it was just like a bunch of partying, then getting pizza. We also got Indian food. You know, I think once in a while having a night like this kind of makes me feel a little bit young, because otherwise I'm such a homebody. I never want to go out anywhere. Tonight for dinner, one of my friend and then her friend that she wants me to meet is coming over, and Lori, my friend, likes Indian food, and so she asked me if I could cook a couple of days ago, and I was like, you know, why not? So I'm gonna make Dal Makhani today. I got some naan from Trader Joe's, and so it's noon, but I want to start getting ahead of this prep, because although it's an easy recipe, it does take a while to cook the dal properly, and I want to kind of like cook it for a long time so it can be really flavorful. So we're following a YouTube recipe. I'm gonna have a side salad. I'm thinking of this viral salad recipe I found on TikTok, which I think I'm gonna make tonight. And then for dessert, for a healthy dessert, I'm gonna have dates with almond stuffed in them. So let's prep all of that together, because I don't want to leave anything to the last minute. But before that, I need to show you guys something. I got this fan from Amazon. New York City summers are brutal. If you guys don't live here, it is so humid. This thing is basically like a tripod, so it extends and ends up. Right now I put it on my counter because I do get really hot in the summer. It also has like an oscillating function. It has like all these speeds. It has a timer. So this is gonna be a lifesaver for me and my electricity bill, but let's get started. I soaked this overnight, so now it's good to start cooking. So this needs to boil for about an hour and a half, and then in the meantime I'm going to prep my tomatoes for the puree, the veggies for the side salad. I cut up all these veggies. We're gonna start with the everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. This adds like the perfect like salty crunch to it. So for more crunch, the jalapeno, lime, and onion whatever seasoning from Trader Joe's. The recipe's made with a different crunch, but I just have this, so I'm gonna use this instead. Do like 2 large spoonfuls of that. And then I'm almost running out, but this Makoto ginger dressing, I just put a lot of this in there. Mix it all up. I'm gonna put it in the fridge so it stays cold, but it also gets some hours to marinate in the spices and the dressing and just get really, really yummy. While the tomato puree is boiling, I'm going to prep my dessert. For dessert, I'm doing a healthy option. I just de-seeded, de-pitted all of these dates. When I was younger, my mom would put almonds in the middle, kind of fold it up and give it to us with dipped in chocolate. I'm gonna do almonds in the middle and then put it in the fridge so it's nice and cold in the night. It's a great option for a sweet tooth. I've been eating this every morning, so like I do 2 dates with a couple of almonds every morning. It helps my sweet tooth when I'm craving something sweet. It's also like really rich in iron. These are ready to go in the refrigerator. I'm actually just gonna eat one because I love this so much. It's just a perfect bite. I always buy the mid-jewel dates from Trader Joe's. They're the good kind, my mom told me. The perfect balance of sweetness, crunch. Can't describe it, so good. Okay, so now this is ready, and I know because I'm seeing the ghee that I put in starting to separate. This is done. So is my dal. So now gotta mix the two. I'm gonna pour this into this. Don't really have a dining table, so I had to do like a makeshift dining table. I brought in furniture from outside, cleaned it up, and kind of turned the reading nook into a little dining area. So this chair is gonna have to serve as a third dining chair. And then we have everything's ready. I actually ate Dal Makhani for lunch today, and it was so tasty. Gotta heat it up once they get here. These garlic naan from Trader Joe's. I've never really hosted something where I've done all the cooking, so I'm really excited. It's kind of fulfilling in a way to, I don't know, cook for your friends and then see people enjoy what you made. Hopefully they like it too. I'm heading out to host a closer dinner. I always make use of these dinners as a great opportunity to dress up. I obviously love dressing up. You guys know I dress up for work. But then these dinners are so nice because I get to meet the coolest people, and I want to present the best version of myself when I do. The venue today is new to me. I've been there only once before, but I've never hosted there, and it's really beautiful. It's like a speakeasy back room in like a Chelsea market, which I'll show you guys. I'll try to film a little bit before the event, but I want to show you my outfit for the event. Clearly I have a thing right now for backless dresses, tops, whatever. I think it's my summer personality or something. I used to be so conscious about my back because I do have some scarring from like my teenage years when I had a lot of dandruff and kind of it left like marks on my back. But now I'm in such a comfortable place with my body, I just really don't care anymore and wear what I want to wear whatever makes me happy. So this is what I'm wearing today. It's a maxi dress. Let me come closer. It has a halter, tie back top. It ties here. I got this from Dish. Dish is an Australian brand. I'm trying now to not shop fast fashion and shop like higher quality clothing, and so Dish is slightly on the expensive side for sure, but they were having their end of season sale, so I got this at like a 30-40% discount. It was still kind of expensive compared to your Zara and H&M. I can tell like it's such good quality. This is pure linen, 100% linen, which is also a great fabric for the summer. It feels good, it feels high quality and thick, so I do think it's worth the money. And obviously you can see it's really pretty, makes me feel really feminine, and I hope my hair holds up when I go out in the humidity. I'm still fighting every day for my hair. Haven't won that battle against New York City humidity yet, so really just praying this all holds up and my face makeup doesn't sweat off. But for that, I also want to show you, I got something from Amazon and I think this is so fun and so practical. It's basically like a little hand fan. You just hit it like that and it blows air on your face. Like $15 to keep the makeup from sweating off my face. I always have this now when I get out. Okay, I have to rush now. I'm getting late. Wanted to show you guys everything I mentioned will be linked in the description. If this dress is still available by the time this video goes up, I'll link this too.